Hi there, I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, my name is Caro. I am a Peruvian visual artist based in the Hudson Valley in upstate New York. And on this channel, I share videos about all things nature, creativity, and rituals. Today, I wanted to try something new, which is painting while sharing with you some topics I've been thinking about lately, as well as questions I get asked very frequently. I often get asked suggestions on how to find your own art style, so I thought I would make a video sharing my thoughts about it. These are, of course, based on my own personal experience, so feel free to take what inspires and resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Get curious and try lots of different things. When approaching art making, I love to do it with a childlike mindset. Playing, getting curious, and starting to notice what is getting me interested, whether it is a theme or a specific art supply, or an art technique. I try to just focus on what makes me enjoy the process. I believe that art making and choosing an art style should not only be based on the final results, but very much on how much you enjoy the process of creating. When connecting to this free flow stage of art making, I like to take away the pressure of thinking if this will be the art style I will be sticking to or not. I think that choosing our art style is not really a choice, but a need, a thirst we have to explore a specific art style or art supply on a deeper level. The American painter Robert Henry once said, "The object isn't to make art, it is to be in that wonderful state which makes art inevitable." And I truly believe that. In order to arrive to that place where art making is inevitable for us, the state where we find a theme or an art supply that shakes us to our core, we have to put ourselves out there. Not in the sense of going out and doing whatever, but in the sense of getting out of our comfort zone and trying new things, new art supplies, new rhythms of creating. If you're someone who is used to making slow art, try and make fast art. If you're someone who loves to make art based on what you observe in the physical world, try and play with abstract art, with intuitive art. And in case you don't have any specific preference just yet, as you're starting, then try everything that you can. And slowly you'll start finding out what feels exciting and what gets your heart accelerated, something that feels like an adventure. When I mention the importance I have found on trying out different things or techniques, I don't mean it is the best option to stay there and always be trying a lot of different things at the same time, as this may make it difficult to land and stick to something. Try to see it as dating art supplies. In the process, you may start to realize what feels like home to you and what characteristics you are looking for in an art supply partner in order to create art together. Monogamy with your favorite art technique or art supply will come, but first you need to explore in order to get to know what you are into. Go inward, go outward, and get inspired. Ideas have to come from somewhere. For me, there is so much to get inspired both from the outside of myself in the natural world as well as there is by going within, into my psyche, my thoughts, emotions, and inner worlds. Nature is infinite, vast, ever-changing, and it is one of my favorite wells of creativity, ideas, and inspiration. The same importance that nature has in my creative practice, I find it by going inward, getting to know myself and exploring who I am and what I am doing here. Philosophizing about life, meditating, having a daily practice, getting existential, and connecting with the mystery have all been and continue to be key ingredients for finding my art style. We are all different, and we all have different perspectives from the world around us. So, by exploring both the inner and outer and filtrating it through our own lens, feeling it in the very particular way we all have, and then creating artwork based on that, is what finding your own art style looks like from my perspective. Some of you may resonate with what I am about to share, and others may not, and that is okay, as we all approach creativity in different ways. I believe that finding our own art styles is achieved both by our imaginations as well as by the mystery of what it means to be alive. Some people call it a co-creation with the creative muse, others call it inspiration, God, spirituality, and a million other names. But from my experience, I know that I started getting more curious than ever about exploring more personal ways of making art by sitting down in ceremonies, making time to go within, to explore my connection to the world, and then create from that co-created space. The notion that we are all one, all connected. So my invitation here is to explore, to go within, to get familiar with who you are in solitude, to befriend your ways, your thoughts, your curiosity. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace has been the virtual home of my website, art portfolio, online shop, email campaigns, member areas, and so much more since 2018, and I cannot recommend it enough. I recently changed to Squarespace 7.1, and using their Fluid engine has been a beautiful game changer for my website. Now I can customize everything about it. I also opened my first member areas for a cacao and meditation container I held, and I will definitely be using this tool in the future a lot. Squarespace and I are partnering up to offer you a 2-week free trial, and once you're ready to launch, you can use the code CAROAREVALO to get 10% of your first purchase of a website or domain with them. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for being today's video sponsor and for sponsoring my channel. And now let's go back to today's video. The importance of showing up again and again. Pablo Picasso once said, "Inspiration exists, but it has to find you working," and I totally second this. Showing up, both when you're still figuring out your style as well as when you have found it, is crucial in order to get better, to feed your curiosity, to keep the flame alive, and to become a master of your own craft. I am a devotee to my practice, and by spending endless hours creating, I have gotten to see how deep my relationship with this specific style or theme wants to go. There have been moments in time where, slowly, what I thought would be my signature style forever, my own art style, started shifting. I believe this is a wonderful opportunity, a gift from the creative muse, which, if we're open, can help us to explore new themes, new projects, new art techniques, and take us into a whole new world, a different chapter in our art adventure. I see an art style as a new friend or lover, someone I want to get to know deeply, and for these I find lots of benefits in showing up to work as often as I can. By spending lots of time in solitude in my studio, I don't feel lonely at all. I am communing with the paints, the meditation, the transmutation, this new language that is appearing by showing up to create and leaving space to be surprised, leaving space for the creative muse to come and play with me, and in that way co-create a new language together. There is no recipe, not one approach, one way that works for all. So I invite you to let the fear of making bad art out the door and get ready to explore and make a gazillion bad art pieces. We don't need a spaceship in order to explore the unthinkable. A little time devoted to creativity, exploration, and co-creation can take us galaxies away, and also to the center of our beings. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Thank you once again, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's video. I wish you a beautiful day ahead and long hours exploring your own psyche and creativity.